Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. TJD reveals Draymond's message to slumping Warriors after bleak loss. To put things lightly, things aren't looking great for the Warriors at the moment. Coach Steve Kerr labeled it a crisis of confidence after another disheartening 114-98 loss Tuesday to the Miami Heat. Forward Draymond Green also provided a profound reflection on Golden State's struggles as teammate Tracy Jackson Davis revealed postgame after being asked about the Warriors' recent struggle since their hot 12-3 start. Jackson Davis shared what has gone wrong over the past month and a half. When shots are falling, everything is nice, everything is great, Jackson Davis told reporters, but we can't be front runners, we got to find our soul. That's what Draymond said, it was our soul that we've lost, and we've lost our spirit. We got to get that back, we got to play tough basketball, we got to play with confidence. I think if we do that, we'll find our way back. Kerr Green's self-assessment of the Warrior slump doesn't have a simple surface-level fix in. Instead, the team's issues appear to be more deep-seated, as though their championship-caliber identity has been compromised. So as Golden State departs for a 4-game Midwest road trip over the next week, the team will have plenty to think about as it looks to get back to its winning ways. Hopefully that soul and spirit isn't lost forever. Steph calls out glaring poor play as Warriors find new rock bottom roughly 47 hours after an embarrassing performance as described by a smoldering Stephen Curry. Their Warriors were presented with an invitation to rinse away the shame and wound up bailing in a tub of cold humiliation. The Miami Heat entered Chase Center on Tuesday reeling. Their leader Jimmy Butler is out on a team-issued suspension that has coincided with 3 consecutive losses, the last a double overtime defeat Monday in Sacramento. The Heat were, it would seem, vulnerable prey for a hunger hunter. Their Warriors missed their SH out badly repeatedly and kept missing until all they had was the furious emptiness of a 114-98 loss that drops their record back to 18-8 and leaves their NBA playoff hopes looking like absurd fantasy. We pissed off, Curry said. You're trying to figure it out. Everybody in the locker room is searching a little bit, trying to understand what's going wrong, why we can't get off to better starts. There are moments in the games when you claw back but can't get consecutive stops, bad possessions on offense that affect our confidence and body language and the vibe. There's a lot wrong, but what are we going to do about it? We have to dig deep, figure it out, believe that we are a good team. We've got to stop talking about it and around it and just fight our way through it. The Warriors shot 40.8% from the field against Miami. That's bad enough. Worse though is that they shot 28% from distance. Curry was 8 of 17 from deep. He scored a game-high 31 points, but his teammates were 6 of 33. It seems like both sides of the ball are struggling. Curry said they're probably connected. If you make shots, usually your confidence goes up and your belief that you can win the game goes up. It helps you play defense. Once you lose that spirit, it's glaring how bad we can be at times. When the Warriors, trailing by double digits most of the night, got within 187-86 with 934 remaining on a technical free throw by Curry, he sensed an opening. He dipped into his bag reaching for the magic he so frequently finds and came out with an empty hand. The Warriors missed their next 3 shots, 2 by Curry, and Miami drained a 3-ball each time, putting the margin back to 10. The Warriors got as close as 7 with 654 left but were outscored 15-6 the rest of the way. This was not a poor execution game. Coach Steve Kerr said we had 28 assists and 10 turnovers. We were just 14,450 from the field. We missed a lot of wide open shots. The Golden State's 500 record is the definition of mediocrity. These Warriors are hip deep in their longest abysmal stretch ever with Kerr on their bench and Curry active. Their record since November 15 is 6-5. They came home on December 23 facing a favorable schedule with 8 of the next 9 games at Chase, hoping to regain their bearings. They went 3-5. I think we're suffering from a crisis of confidence right now, frankly, Kay said. You can see it, you can feel it. I don't mind missed shots, but I mind when missed shots affect the defense and the attitude. We feel deflated right now and there's no room for feeling sorry for ourselves in in the NBA in life in general, right? You can't let disappointment dictate our approach to the game. We have to do the opposite. We have to do the opposite. We have to bring more fire. We have to outcompete our opponents when things aren't going our way. That's not happening. The Warriors were walloped at home by the Kings, losing by 30. They followed up by losing to a team that played a 58-minute marathon on Monday. The Heat outplayed the Warriors in 3 of 4 quarters with the 10-point margin in the fourth being the most desi. It's clear the abominable performances are getting to Curry. They're also getting under Kerr's skin. Back-to-back no-shows pretty much, Curry said, and the hard part is these are winnable games against teams that for whatever reason are around the same place in the standings that come in and have games against us. Even Miami played a double overtime game last night and came in here and whipped us. It's just not a great feeling. It's a horrible feeling, and now the Warriors take to the road. By the time they return on January 18th, they'll have 4 more games on their record. Winning even one game has never been harder for this bunch. Bulls could target Warriors young player in Vucevic trade. The Golden State Warriors and Chicago Bulls held trade talks on Alex Caruso in the lead-up to last year's trade deadline, and the two teams could now reconvene again in regard to Vucevic over the next month. The Athletic reported on Saturday that Vic is the most discussed trade target within the Warriors right now, with the 2XA LL star having put together an excellent season that's seen him post over 20 points, 10 rebounds and 3 assists on 43.6% three-point shooting after Chicago reportedly turned down Golden State's offer of a first-round pick in Moses Moody for Caruso last year. The fourth-year wing may again feature as an important piece in trade discussions between the two teams. The Bulls are hunting a first-round pick in exchange for the 2X All-Star, but the Warriors could go without surrendering draft capital if they're willing to relinquish Moody. According to Austin McGee of Pippen Ain't Easy on Saturday, Chicago may view Moody as a quality young prospect in exchange for Vic. Moody's rookie extension does complicate matters with his poison pill contract, making it difficult but not impossible to execute a trade. The 22-year-old has still struggled to find a consistent spot in Steve Kerr's rotation, having actually seen a degree increase in his playing time from the 17.5 minutes he averaged last season. Moody's up and down role remains one of the league's great mysteries, with the Bulls foreseeably talking themselves into a 3-and-D prospect who has shot 40.4% from through a range so far this season. The former 14th overall pick dealt with a knee injury in December but has returned over the last 4 games to average 13 points per game, which has included making 12 of his 18 attempts from beyond the arc. The Warriors would need at least 2 more players to be included to match Vucevic $20 million salary for the season. Championship veterans Gary Payton II and Kevin Looney are prime trade candidates, given they make a combined $17.1 million on expiring contracts, while Kyle Anderson and Buddy He are also on mid-tier salaries that could be moved in a Vic deal. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of a Vic? Leave your opinion in the comments.